Good afternoon, everybody. Thought I'd come to you from the office today. I have two offices in my house. One's about 6 feet over there. It's a tiny little flimsy table that I set up 2.5 years ago when I started my business. And I kind of keep it really utilitarian to kind of remind me of keeping it simple. And then I have this spot on my nice couch. I go back and forth depending. Anyway, welcome to day 27 of 30 Days of Gratitude with Sal G. It is April 30th, about 11:30 Pacific time in the morning. And so many grateful thoughts. I actually woke up with them today, which it's not that uncommon, but there was a flurry of them. And I think what I want to focus on is I'm grateful for the fact that I feel really positive and really happy by far most of the time. And I think there's pretty much a very strong societal pressure to not express that, to not share that. I mean, I don't really feel that in my circles because water seeks its own level, and a lot of people that I'm really close to tend to feel the same way about life, and they're pretty positive. But it's almost like if you're grumpy, society can tolerate that and identify with you and have a little bit of an exchange maybe. But if you're really positive and you express it overtly, you almost get tagged like, he can't always feel like that. That's not how he always is. That's just for the video, or that's just how he is out in this setting or another. But you know, it's been a long process, I guess, to shed almost any concern whatsoever with anybody's opinion on me, really. You know, I think our society sometimes perceives that as arrogant or as uncaring. It's actually the opposite, because I care deeply about a lot of people. I just don't want to take on, and I don't, negativity from them. You know, maybe it sounds a little aloof. I guess it depends how much of a practice it is for you as to how it sounds or how you perceive what I'm talking about. But I'm just really grateful that I have a lot of practices in place to really keep fortifying those moods. And I don't think they'll change. I think they'll continue to get better. So, you know, this 30 Days of Gratitude has really amplified that sense and made it more acute for me also, just to realize my life gets deeper, but it gets simpler at the same time. And that's my slightly wandering, but really kind of strong feelings that I wanted to convey today about being positive. There's no top on how good one can feel, and I believe that. You know, so how do you get to that state? How do you get to feeling that way most of the time, or almost all the time? Complicated question. I think sometimes the answer is if you go to hell and make a U-turn, maybe once or twice or 3 times in life, that kind of helps actually. But by no means do I think you have to go through massive crisis or difficulty to come out on the other end and have appreciation for life. It can be an on-ramp to spirituality. As a friend of mine likes to say, there are so many on-ramps, my good friend Brian A. But I think there's a lot of ways to get there. Who knows? It's not really for me to say. For me, it's been having an openness and being willing to be vulnerable, and also accepting the fact when a person, a situation, a job, a geography, whatever, is not positive in my life and not adding something, I just drop it and move on. A lot of times I don't even consciously think about it, it just happens. So anyway, hopefully some of that resonates with you, and I would love to hear from you what you're grateful for, and you know, how do you stay positive? How do you work on that? What do you do? Have an awesome weekend. Thanks.